Yo, it's official. Like a referee with a whistle. So today we're going to talk about how to get robbed while you're traveling overseas. This is a question I got. And this been going on for a long time, man. It's not new. And no one is above getting got. No one is above getting robbed, ripped off, taken advantage of, even killed. No one is above that. Doesn't matter where you're from, how much money you got, who you are. A lot of times, if you're like a celebrity or a well-known person, people know who you are, you become a target sometimes. So sometimes it's best not to be well-known. If you're traveling and out and about, sometimes being a celebrity or being a well-known person can work against you. Could go either way. Could be for the best or could be for the worst. Just depends on what type of person you are. It depends on the company you keep, who you hanging around. That's what it really comes down to. So when I'm out and about, I see a lot of people being reckless. That's how a lot of people get caught up. They're reckless, man. You know, they're drinking, smoking, getting high, they're sniffing, popping pills. And I don't care who you are. If you're under the influence, drunk, high, out of your mind, don't know what's going on. Heck, most people don't know what's going on anyway. Even if they're sober, they don't know what the hell going on most of the time. I found a lot of people are just not aware of what's going on. So if you throw in some alcohol and drugs, that makes it even worse. You're not going to be on point. That's why I said most people are reckless there. I'm talking about something as simple as if you're drinking. See, I don't drink no more, but I used to drink. But if I'm drinking, if I'm around somebody I don't know, or maybe I'm not around anybody, maybe I'm by myself. If I gotta go to the restroom, I'm taking my drink with me. Something as simple as that. You know why? Because somebody might slip something in my drink. So that's why I'm going to take it with me in the restroom. I've done this forever when I used to drink. But I don't drink anymore, so I don't have to worry about that type of stuff. You know? And it doesn't have to be alcohol. It could be a soda or whatever I'm drinking. Water. Whatever I'm drinking at the time. It doesn't have to be alcohol. But I just use this example as alcohol because this is how a lot of people get caught up. You know? I've seen people be drinking around men and women. And they're sitting down at the table, whether it's a restaurant or bar or club, they just met them. And not only are they getting up and leaving and coming back and leaving their drinks on the table, they're drinking the other person's drink. They're tasting the other person's drink. You know, I'm like, you drinking behind these people? You just met them? They're like, yeah. Like, oh, hell. See, that's reckless to me. I'm not drinking behind nobody I just met. I don't care how they look. That's just me. See, a lot of that's what I mean when I say reckless behavior. People they're reckless, man. They're just doing whatever, doing too much. when it's time to smoke weed, it's smoking anybody weed. They don't care where it's from. They don't know where it came from. Didn't ask. Stuff like that. And then you have some guys that they want to make their fantasies come true, so they figure, well, I gotta go someplace else, overseas somewhere. So they'll trick off, pay money, right, to make it happen, if they have to, And see, the problem with that is no woman, I don't care if she's a hole in the corner, to the woman in corporate America, a woman in corporate Japan, or whatever country, it don't even matter. No woman respects a trick. No woman is going to ever respect a trick. You see, a lot of these women are kind of look at it like you're a mark if you're willing to pay. So they look at it like, hey, if you have money to pay, they trying to get as much money they can get out of you. So they might look at it like you a lick. So they might say, hey, let's just set him up and rob him and get all his money. Yeah, a lot of opportunities. Let's just set him up and get all his money. Forget the little $100 he's about to give me and you. Let's just set him up and get all his money. So when he goes to the bathroom and take a shower or something like that, that's grab his wallet and dip out. Yeah, that happens a lot. Let's grab his wallet. When he go to the bathroom and let's just grab his wallet and dip out. Especially if you know why he's going in the bathroom to do. Maybe he's going there to drop a load, or me in there throwing up or some shit like that. Or he's taking a shower. Let's just grab his wallet and dip. So they got access to all your credit cards, all your cash. That happens. That's pretty common. People getting their wallet taken or getting their pockets picked because they're just not really, they're just not paying attention. They just fascinated by how the woman looks. And see, these women know that you coming from America or Europe, wherever you came from, they know, women can tell a guy. They can kind of pick up on a guy that's used to being around women. They can kind of pick up on it. They can kind of pick up on it. Especially a woman that's used to ripping off guys and giving guys sob stories and telling and manipulating guys and telling guys what they want to hear. Especially if you're a young guy. Women kind of can pick up on if a guy's inexperienced. If you're like a nerd, somebody like what's the football player name? A lot of these football players are like that. When they come out of college, when they even go to college for the first time, they come out of high school, they're a star player. And most of these guys coming out of high school, they really didn't have it like that. They didn't have girls throw themselves at them when they was in high school like that. Most of them guys, they're not coming from that. But when they go to college, women are throwing themselves at these guys. I'm talking like first day. And when they go to NFL, oh man, forget about it. It's a whole nother level of throwing the box. And these guys not used to that. So you got, man, if you're in college or NFL, man, a woman might approach you with the threesome. Hey, we can have both of us if you want. It'd be like that. I know it was like that when I was in college. I used to hang around these football players. I seen it with my own eyes. They're like, hey, you can have both of us if you want. They'd be on that type of time. But you coming, these young dudes, a lot of these dudes are nerds. They not used to that. They might have came from a small town. Backwoods, Georgia, or some shit like that. Alabama or New Mexico, where, it ain't the pickings are slim where they probably came from. So they ain't really used to that. And you put them in an environment where they have access, they don't even have to think about it. The girls just show up at the hotel. They don't even know where the girl came from. Some guys lose their mind. Some guys get turned out. And this is what happens to a lot of guys when they go overseas. They get turned out, man. You got guys that, this happened to my cousin when he went to the NFL. Like when he was in high school, man, he didn't do nothing. He was a square. Didn't drink, didn't smoke, didn't get high, and he didn't smoke a cigarette. He didn't smoke a joint, nothing. It was square. Man, when he went to college, after about 2 years, man, he'd do everything now. Drink, smoke, sniff, every goddamn thing. God damn. Like, God damn, what happened to my cousin, man? He got turned out, man. And this is common for a lot of guys. They might not go to the NFL. Everybody don't go to the NFL, but damn it, they go overseas. And they get turned the hell out, boy. See, the problem with this type of reckless behavior is these girls don't like you. If these girls don't like you, man, they do anything to you. Set you up, get you robbed, get you killed. And this is the fastest way to get ripped off. And see, over here in America, we're kind of, a lot of us were kind of pampered growing up. We don't see, we just see the good side of what a woman looks like or how a woman behaves for the most part. Most of us don't see the dark side of the ugly side of how a woman can be, unless we grow up in the hood or something like that. If you grow up in the hood, you probably see the ugly side of a woman probably more often than the good side. But a lot of us that, we grew up in a small town or maybe the suburbs or something like that, we usually see the good side of women before the bad. We don't know how low a woman would go for some money. We're kind of naive to that. If you grew up in a family where you have both parents and you had them in sheltered and pampered or whatever, and then when you go to some place like Colombia or any of these countries, Nigeria or whatever, right, or Japan or China, and you be like, how the hell can this bitch hang out with me all weekend or the whole night or whatever, however long it was? She took me out the whole day, showed me all the good spots in the city. We had a good time. She stayed the night with me in the hotel. And the next day, the bitch robbed me. When you woke up, she was gone. You be like, how the hell could something like this happen to me? See, like, That doesn't make any sense, right? But this type of shit happens because she was just in it for a good time, and she wanted to get something out of it. So that's a transactional type of relationship. Her time, she might have spent the whole day with you, probably 8 hours or some shit like that, whatever, right? She look at it like, hey, you a mark. I'm gonna get him as soon as, if I get a chance, I'm gonna get him, you know, because she doesn't like you. Now, if a woman likes you, it's gonna be very difficult for her to shit on you. I'm not saying she won't, but it's gonna be difficult. And even if she does shit on you, she's probably gonna apologize or make up for it, or she'll just disappear. That's usually how it go, you know. But if a woman doesn't like you, it's dangerous to be around somebody like that, because she's likely to do any and everything. This is why you see guys show up on the front of the newspaper. It would be like, passport bro gets shot and killed, some shit like that. This is how guys get missing in other countries for a couple of weeks, and their parents or one of the relatives be calling for them. They don't answer the phone, and then they'll call the police over there and say, hey, I've been trying to find my friend or my son or my daughter over there for a couple days. I can't get in touch with them. I know the address. Could you go over there and check them out? And the police will go over there. They be dead as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And it happens like that, man. It happens like that because people get caught slipping. Some people are just had no street smarts, and they're not aware of what's going on, and you know, it happens. And see, this is why I don't want to go to certain places as much as I used to, because I don't want to have to be on guard all the time, be on point all the time. I'd rather just stay home. I'd rather just stay where I'm at. I don't want to do that no more. When I was younger, yeah, it was fun, yeah. But I'm at a point in my life where I don't want to do that shit no more. I already know what's out there. You know, so the places that have these elements, you know, I don't go to those places. Like, for example, I don't really have a desire to go to Colombia. Any place that's known for cocaine, I don't really want to go there because I already know what's there. Any place that's known for tourism, and I don't want to go to those places because I kind of know what comes along with it. Those elements is going to be there. The drugs, the robbing, the stealing, so I'd rather just not go. And plus, I'm fortunate that I've been to a lot of these places. Like, you know, compared to most people, I've been to a lot of these places. You know, so I already know what time it is. I've made mistakes while I've been to these places, but I've never got robbed. But I've got taken advantage of, for sure. I remember when I went to Thailand. This was the last time I went to Thailand.
Do you find yourself struggling to meet women through online dating apps? Are you tired of constantly swiping left with no success and not knowing what to say to get the attention of a woman? Look no further. Our expert tips and tricks will give you the confidence you need to succeed in the online dating world. It's time to start taking control of your dating life and master the art of online dating. Imagine meeting some of the most attractive women in the world, Our game-changing program will help you navigate the world of online dating with confidence and charm. From creating a standout profile to crafting the perfect message, we've got you covered every step of the way. Our program covers everything you need to know to make a lasting impression. Say goodbye to endless swiping and hello to meaningful connections with the women of your dreams. Join the countless men who have found success in meeting women through online dating by following our time-tested and proven strategies. Take the first step towards improving your dating life today. Master the art of online dating and take your game to the next level. With our proven strategies, you'll be a pro at online dating in no time. So don't wait. Go to onlinedatingfordummies.com and get started today. And take control of your dating life, and you'll be light years ahead of most men with our groundbreaking program. Get ready to swipe right with confidence and watch your success explode. So don't wait. Get started today by going to onlinedatingfordummies.com and take the first step towards finding your perfect match.
I met a girl there, and she was a pretty cool girl. At least that's what I thought anyway. And I met her, we hung out. I think I met her early, during the day, probably 1, 2 o'clock, right? And we ended up hanging out until the next day, right? And, she took me around, we ate, we had drinks, and we went swimming. We did, went to the club, and we did all kinds of shit, right? So we ended up getting a hotel room. Me, her, and a friend of mine, and he had a girl too, right? So we had a suite in Bangkok, which was cool, right? But the next day, she pulled a fast one on me, and this is something that I regret doing. The next day, before she left, she said, "Hey, I need some money." I'm like, "What? You didn't pay me. You got to pay me." I'm like, "Pay you for what? I spent yesterday with you the whole day. You have to pay me now." I'm like, "Well, how come you didn't tell me that shit up front yesterday?" And she went on to, I thought you knew this and that or whatever. I said, hell no, I didn't know. If I'd have known that, I'd have told you, just leave me alone. All right. So now, back then, and I'm still like this, but I was kind of reckless. Because I'm the type of person, I don't like being made a fool out of. So I actually ran. I left the hotel room, and I left her in the hotel room with my buddy and his girl. So, because in my mind, I'm like, I'm not paying this bitch shit. I'm out. So when she was in the bathroom, I dipped. And my buddy and his girl, they were asleep. Right? I dipped. And I wish I wouldn't have done that, because I put my friend in danger. Because what happens is that girl ended up getting some guys, some goons, and they were actually looking for me on the streets of Bangkok. They were looking for me, man. I think they were looking to fuck me up or something. I don't know. Right? Now, this is what my buddy told me. Because they came, the guys, she came back to the room with the guys. So this is what he told me, right? So they was like, "Hey, where your buddy at?" He's like, "I don't know." And he didn't know because he was asleep when I left. Now, what I should have done is I should have just gave her little $30-$40 and tell her to keep it moving. Not because she was right, I was wrong, because sometimes it's good to just pay to get rid of a problem, even though you might be in the right. Especially if it's more than just you or me included. You know what I'm saying? Because I shouldn't have done that. And you see, at the time I wasn't thinking straight. I had an older guy tell me, "Hey man, you shouldn't have done that shit." Because what happens is when you don't really want no problems when you're in these other countries. Because the odds are stacked against you. You're not really going to win in these other countries because you're always going to be the foreigner, and you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt in these other countries. So that's when the guy told me, he said, "Hey, if that happens the next time, just pay." Sometimes it's easy to just pay to get rid of the problem and let that broad move on and just learn from it and don't try not to make the same mistake again. It's not what about what's right and what's wrong and principles and all that shit. He said, "Yeah, I know all that. I understand all of that. But in this case, you're in a foreign country, you're a foreigner. You don't really know who you might be playing with sometimes. Some of these people are connected, the mafia types, that type of shit. And you're by yourself. You're outmanned, you're outgunned. So that's why when I say you don't really want no problems. Sometimes it's good to just get them what they want. Tell them to kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? I know it's hard to, to get taken advantage of, and this shit ain't, I know, trust me. But as I gotten older, I realized that, because if my friend would have got fucked up, I would have felt really bad about that shit. Because that ain't had nothing to do with, what I did didn't have nothing to do with him. Because when the girl went back to the room with the goons, two, three guys, they could have fucked him up and his girl up. And they didn't have nothing to do with that shit. That would have been on me. So sometimes you got to think, before you do certain things, especially if you're overseas. Man. You got to always be on point. You can't get caught slipping, But I'm at a point in my life now where I don't even go to those places. Certain places I wouldn't even go. Certain places I visited many times, I wouldn't even go back no more because I know the riffraff that's over there. When I go on a vacation, I want it to be nice and smooth. I don't want no problems. I don't want no static. I ain't going to the nightclubs. I ain't trying to have 5-10 girls. I ain't trying to do none of that shit because I know what comes along with it. And you can't watch everybody. If you got 3-4 girls with you, you can't watch everybody like that. It's impossible. People on their phone, somebody opening the door, people in and out, more than likely. You can't watch all them damn people. There's too many moving parts. So this is how a lot of people get taken advantage of, and get robbed, and sometimes get killed. I know some people that went on vacation, man, they didn't make it back. And then you have some people that made it back, got sick and died because the food, and that's another problem that I have. I don't like the damn food in these countries. If food don't get you, the water will. You don't drink the water in these countries. Don't drink no tap water. Drink bottled water only. Some of these damn food, that shit'll kill the food. Some of these damn food will kill you, man. Because a lot of times, it might be some bacteria in the food that you eat. Well, it might turn into bacteria. This happened to a couple of people, man. That I know they ate something and it turned into bacteria, and they got sick, ended up in the hospital. And don't drink the tap water. And so you got to think about it. If the water is bad, wherever you're going to, they use the same water. That's the same water they use to cook the food in most cases. So you're still getting the bad water in the food. So if the water is bad, I'm not going there. I'm not going no place where the water is bad. The water is bad, the food is probably bad. It's the same water they're using. So and if I don't like the food, I ain't going there anyway. In most of these places, I don't like the food. I don't like how it look. I don't like how they cook it. So I'm like, a lot of this shit nasty to me. That's why a lot of these places I haven't went back to. I done been over, I don't know, man, I don't know how many, 50 countries? At least. Some countries I've been to, I forgot I've been to. My buddy had to remind me. But I don't like the food a lot of these places. So if the girls don't get you, the food will get you, or the water. So you just gotta be careful where you go. There's so much shit you have to look out for when you're in these countries. There's so much shit you have to be aware of. And if you haven't been to a lot of these places, you ain't gonna know every goddamn thing. It's impossible. A lot of times we just see the girls online. We just see how they look. Yeah, but where they stay at, how they living. A lot of these girls might be living in filth. It ain't. Don't be surprised you might see a fine ass girl, but that bitch living in the hood, filth, poverty. That's not far-fetched. And a lot of these countries. She might live in the damn favelas. Hell with that shit. So you going home with her in the favela, in the hood. You in danger. You don't even know it. Hell with that shit. And see, another thing, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna end this video. Most women you meet online that's from another country, if she don't have a visa, there's a good chance you ain't gonna be able to get one. So she already know this. You just don't know. So if you tell her, hey, I'm flying you out, right? Let's say you tell her that. I'm flying you out. First thing she gonna say is, hey, I ain't got no visa. And she probably ain't gonna be able to get one. And it ain't just because of the money. She probably got some shit on her background or whatever the case is. So she already know. What time it is? That's why a lot of women that you meet on these dating apps, that's why they be running little sob stories, trying to get you to send them money because they already know that, hey, they probably ain't gonna be able to see you anyway. So she'll just string you along as she can.
That's good.
You know, and a lot of them they'll get a passport. It's easy to get it. Anybody can get a passport. You know, but a lot of these bros can't get no they can't get no visas. I mean, I know girls that have tried 10 times to get a visa, still can't get none. I'm like, damn, how hard is it? Fuck, you tried 7, 10 times? Cause see, a lot of these countries, they don't really have a rule of law. It's like, yeah, they give you a list of stuff. Yeah. That you need, right? But when they get interviewed, because you have to make an appointment. You have to make an appointment. When they show up for the appointment, they'll find some way to deny them. Because see, if she's coming to see you, you have to help her get the visa. You have to give her an invite letter and some information about you. They have to know about you, where you live at, your address, where she going, and everything. So all that's gonna come into play to help her get the visa if she's coming to see you. And you gotta have all the flight information, the ticket, and all that shit. All of that. And she still might get denied. That's why in most cases, you usually have to find somebody over there to help her get the visa. But if she go online and just does it on her own, there's a 90% chance it's gonna get denied. Because there's no really rule of law over there in these places. Everything is based on the case by case. Everything is a case by decision. Like if I want a visa, it's still be easy for me to get a visa because I have a U.S. passport, and some might not even need a visa to go to a lot of these places. But let's assume that I need one. There's a good chance I'll get it. Just pay $120, whatever. It could be less. That's that's usually the going rate, right? I'll get it because the U.S. passport holds a lot of weight. But if you got a girl that's coming from someplace like the Philippines, she's gonna need help. Need somebody over there to help y'all to help her get that visa. There's a 99. If she do it by herself, go online like we do over here, apply for it, there's a 99% chance it's gonna get denied. Because it's like, see, over there in these countries are like most things in life. You have written rules and unwritten rules. That's how the real world really works. And see, most people are not aware of how the real world really works. They just see what they see, they read what they read, and they just assume, oh, if that's what it is, okay, I'll just follow everything on the list. And when it doesn't work, they don't understand. They be like, oh, what's going on? They start complaining and spazzing out and shit like that. I understand how the real world really works. And it's based on power and influence. and decision makers. Who got the juice? Who got? That's how the real world really works. The movers and shakers at. So hopefully this helps you out. Like, share it, or help somebody out that you know, so they won't get got when they travel. Because there's more and more people getting taken advantage of when they go to these places overseas. You think people get taken advantage of here in America? Shit, this ain't nothing over there. You go overseas, these countries are wide open. It's wide open, man. Just be careful. Like, share this episode. Any questions? Anything you want to know? Just leave your comments below. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.
Alright. Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of goodbyes here tonight. But then I saw the stallion that I like. Here from God.